And walk there, so.
Hi.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Hey there. We don't allow these in the park.
Okay.
It's a public safety issue. If something happens and it takes off and hits someone in the head, we're liable. So.
Do you have a regulation that says that, or
it's our regulation?
Can you show me that? That'd be.
It's not specific for drones. It's specific for any aircraft over park property.
Can you show me that? Would that be?
We don't have it with us, no. But you're gonna have to.
Well, where could I find that then?
Is it online?
I mean, where can I confirm that, right? Because I mean,
videotaping us right now?
What's that?
Are you videotaping us?
Yes, I am.
Why don't you check that out?
No, thank you.
Alright, well, you need to type your stuff. Yep.
Well, but can you show me that regulation? Sure. I don't mean to cause a problem. I'm not trying to argue with you guys. I don't want to be difficult.
Right now.
Well, you have a beautiful aircraft park. There's only 3 little top military. You can take that there and fly it all you want, but it has to be in the aircraft area park.
Right, I understand, but I understand. But I would just like proof of this more, right? I mean, if you could show me the regulation, that's all I'm asking for is something to demonstrate that this is a rule or a regulation.
So, do you know where we can look it up?
Huh?
Do you know where we can look it up?
1 second.
So she said it wasn't cool to film people. It's
Right.
a privacy issue.
Right. So just
and
to
came back and
reiterate for the camera, the park director said that this was a privacy issue, and that we could be filming people, despite this being a hot spot for photographers, nature photographers, telephoto lenses. The police officers now say it's a public safety issue.
So you got some ID on you?
Why do you need to see that?
Because this is a police contact, and I need to see your ID real quick.
Am I being accused of a crime?
No, sir, not at all.
Then I would decline to give my.
Show me your ID.
I haven't been accused
What's
of a crime.
happening right now is, I talked to my lieutenant. He's going to verify the policy, and he's on his way.
Okay.
But this is a police contact. I can stop anyone I want to and talk to him. So
You can talk to me. I'm not. I'm not opposed to
you're
that.
refusing to show me the ID too?
Am I being accused of a crime?
No, sir.
Then I decline to show him my ID.
Just give us 1 minute then.
how are you related to this?
He's my friend. I was filming him riding his bike.
Okay.
So that's all we're doing out here is me filming him.
Okay. Well, that's all fine, Danny, but the thing is, aircraft's not allowed, so we're going to bring down the policy. And when we bring down that policy, you'll be leaving with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can demonstrate that that's not,
Where's your vehicle parked?
Nearby.
Did you pay to get in the park today?
I have a park.
Sticker?
Yes.
Okay.
I come here often.
Okay.
I'll happily follow any rules. I don't mean to break the rules, but I'd like that to be demonstrated to me.
We know what you're doing, so that's fine.
Hi. How are you?
Good. I'll let you know, I already heard the story from 2 different
Okay,
people.
well, maybe...
We can't have drones in the park.
Okay,
it's a public safety issue. We're not going to allow it, so...
But
you're welcome to stay in the park,
yeah.
But you can't launch your drone.
Well, I don't like to call it a drone, first of all. It's just a model helicopter.
And that's okay, if it's a radio-controlled aircraft, then...
I mean, I fly here. I've flown here before. Other people have flown here. For my clarification...
It's not that we're aware of. You may have.
Okay. But
for
for my clarification for others, can you show me that regulation? Do you have that written somewhere? Is that somewhere I can look up?
No, it's just a policy. It's a public policy. We got a public safety. You cannot always control that all the time, and you can't tell me that you do because they do. Crash.
Okay, but that's.
And this is a public use park.
Right.
Not allowing these to be used in the park. It's that simple.
But
there's no discussion about it. There really isn't.
Well, I mean, there are lots of. I can go fly somewhere else, and it's not a public safety.
That's a public. You may go right
public.
ahead and fly anywhere, but in the park system, as of right now, it's a public safety issue, and we're taking it that.
But you can't show me any sort of regulation to demonstrate that fact. No. There's no law. You don't have a rule book. You don't have.
Nope. Not at all. We will confiscate. If you do it, we will confiscate it, and we'll hold it for you, and you can pick it up on your way out of the park. It's up to you.
But, I mean, you can't enforce laws that aren't written or regulations that aren't written.
This is a park system. Yes, we can. We are not allowing that behavior or that type of activity in the park. It's that simple.
Okay, so who, your name is, I'm sorry?
Jeff Brown.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. And who could I contact for further clarification?
You may contact the Deputy Director, George Pfeiffer, and it'll be up at the administrative office. The 800 number is 800-477-2757.
And could he provide me with a rule book or a park regulation?
You can discuss that with him when you call him.
Okay, but would he have a rule that demonstrates that there's no model aircraft allowed in the park?
That I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you that.
Okay, so you're not aware of any regulation that says that I can't do this?
No, but we're not allowing that activity.
Okay, and the consequences for continuing would be?
Confiscation.
Okay. And
it's very simple.
Well, I find it difficult to understand how I haven't caused any problem, I haven't posed danger to anyone.
Absolutely. We have this all the time with dogs off leash.
But that's a rule that's written. I've seen it on signs, right? That says you have to have your dog on a leash. I'm sure that's in your rule book too, as well, right?
Okay. Yes.
But this is not.
But people let them off the leash. They say they're safe. They're not going to hurt anybody.
Okay, but that's a rule.
It doesn't matter.
That's a clearly defined rule
this
that they've.
This is a policy that we are enforcing.
So you're come up with that now, is what you're saying?
No, it's within all the parks. In fact, Stony Creek, when I was out there, they have a specific airfield set up for this. They don't allow it inside the park proper. So you're more than welcome to go to Stony Creek and use your remote control device any way you'd like. So, and again, those are specific dates and times. They have noise abatement, all kinds of different things.
Oh, this is electric, so it doesn't make noise.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm just letting you know that there are restrictions over there.
So
sure.
She asked if we were with the disc golf crew. So, I mean, I assume because that would have been allowed.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it still wouldn't have been. We've never allowed remote control aircraft if we knew about it.
Sure.
In the parks themselves.
Well, I understand why there'd be certain situations in which I'm appreciative of that. Trust me, I don't want to see my hobby regulated any more than it is, right? And I'm not trying to shake the boat here, if you will. I'm trying to look for clarification. And so
I understand. The clarification is very simple. We don't allow that in the park.
Yeah. Well, and tell me if you agree with this or not. Mm-hmm. If that's a rule, and I think that this has become more common, that people are going to film here, right? Toys like mine are becoming more common.
That's why we specifically have an area over at Stony Creek.
But don't you think that it would be prudent then to write this into your rule book if this were something that is a growing problem?
This is the first time I've ever had an issue with this. Okay. Anybody else that has had, and I'm going to refer back to Stony Creek Metropark. Mm-hmm. I've asked them that's not allowed. They said, "Oh, I'm sorry." They pack up their stuff and they go over to where there's an area that they can go do it.
Yeah, and I'm not intending to break the rules. I want to be clear about that.
I understand that.
But I'm looking for clarification, and it seems to me, and I'm sure that your officers agree with this, if this is true, then it should be written into the regulation or in rule book, something like that. And I'm sure you guys would agree with that. But then you don't have to have this discussion, right? You can just say, look, here it is.
I can guarantee you after this moment, it will be.
All right, so I can
yes.
take thanks to that.
Yeah, I've already discussed it with 2 different people because I wanted a clarification myself, and I'm sure that will be part of the policy, written policy.
All right.
But I'm sure you can see that the public safety concerns. There's people walking in the park everywhere.
Yeah, and I never fly over anyone's head or near anyone else. When I was filming my friend, we came here specifically to do some shots of him rolling on his bicycle. Okay. I make some videos just for YouTube, stuff like that, right? It's not commercial or anything like that. And we picked an isolated area here. Did not fly over anyone's head. It was just him, and I stayed over the grass as well. So
and you may be doing exactly the safest way to do it, but somebody else is going to want to come in and do the same thing. And
I understand.
Now we're not going to allow that.
Okay.
I appreciate your cooperation very much.
I thank you for your...
All right.
Yes.
Okay.